Hello and welcome to the TUO Academy. My name is Snowiss, and this particular video is geared towards people who are already coming to the Academy and or going to come to the Academy. So the first thing we're going to do for the warm-up is just a nice, easy swing. What you're doing here is just moving the spine to get the blood flowing through the body, warm up the kidneys, get all the organs kind of moving, and just warm it up. Some people like to hit themselves. The next is the neck. What I like to do is help people to focus on the chin and roll the chin around. Some people like to focus on the back of the neck and roll very big. But there have been stories of people hurting their necks doing that. So if you put the focus on your chin, the muscles can be still move and you won't hurt your neck. So obviously you do it in one direction, you do it the other direction. And you can do it as long as you need to. From the neck, we go down to the shoulders. And we go horizontal. And this is something I picked up in China. So what you want to do is not just swing the arms to the side like this, but two different ones. And you go back and forth. First one is you go elbow back, so you're really opening the chest and you're squeezing off the shoulder blades and you're elbowing back. You're going to cross your arms again, palms up, then open wide, and you're going to get a stretch through your arm this way. You notice my pinky is being rolled up. So let's do this a few times. And slower, so you can see better. And that is the horizontal. Then you got the shoulder rolls. What you want to do is keep the shoulder down. I'm going to use my left hand first, so I'm going to put my right foot forward so I can stay balanced. And just roll the shoulder. Keep the shoulder relaxed. And you don't need to go fast. If you like to go fast, it might be more comfortable to make a fist. Going fast, because then all the blood is going to go to your hand and it starts to feel funky. If you go nice and slow, you can keep the fingers relaxed. So going forward, and going back. Go to the other side. And sometimes we do this, but not all the time, because a lot of people find this very difficult, is to roll the shoulder out. And then coming back in. So I'm not rolling forward like this, or like this, which are also excellent warm-ups you can do. It's going straight out, so I come up to my ears, rolling out, coming in, so that here the elbows are coming in, rubbing against my ribs, coming up, and I push my elbows out. And so the shoulder gets a lot of movement. Or the other direction, the elbows go out, come in, against my ribs, and down. Next are the elbows. In Tai Chi, this is kind of similar to cloud hands, but we're only going to be focusing on rolling the elbow. This is just a warm-up to get the gears rolling. So this one I call going to the outside because it's coming up and then going out. And it's kind of complicated if you're not used to this. But what you want to start off with is one hand up, one hand down. So my right is up and my hands are going to my right. Now both hands are pointing to the right. My left hand is by my right elbow. Then my left hand's coming up, my right hand's going down. And now my left is up, my right is pointing down. And I point to the left. My right fingers are by my left elbow. And I make the circle. So again, you go from the opposites directions to the same direction, opposite direction, same direction, opposite direction, and you can just go through these 4 points until you get used to doing the whole thing. The other direction is going inside because I'm going from up, down my buttons. This one's is easier for more people. It's like swatting flies, but the same principle applies. So same direction, opposite direction, same direction, opposite direction. One of the students in class joked about slapping yourself. Personally, I'm not a fan of that, but if it helps, it helps, if you want to think about it that way. Next come the wrists. So I'm coming from the neck, shoulders, elbows, and wrist and hands. Most of the time we use the hands all day long, writing, holding things, doing lots of things, but we don't stretch them out. When you hold something, the tendons and muscles are making a tension. But we need to do the opposite to help strengthen it. So these are warming up the wrist, and what I'm doing is I'm not shaking the wrist, I'm making the wrist go in a circle, going both directions. Some people like to do this. Some people do this. Either way, the wrists are moving, and that's good. Then to stretch out the wrists. Push the wrist down, keep the elbow down, put the top hand just relaxed on top so you don't push too hard. Some people are very flexible and can do it, others are a little bit stiff. So just for safety reasons, just use the weight of your arm. Another way that you can do it if you want to go more extreme, I call it the pluck chicken. Put your fingers into a beak, come into your armpit, nice and tight, roll them up, and you'll get a very good stretch in the wrist. This is pretty extreme, so if you really are flexible, you can do this. But if you're not, stick to just a relaxed press like this. After that, palm out, arms straight, grab the fingers, and pull up or pull towards you. And this will get a good stretch all the way through your arm and your hands. Some people are flexible. I can do this, put my knuckles at almost at a 90-degree angle there. Some people can't. It's the stretch that's important, not how far you go. So if you can only go this far, but you get a stretch, that's excellent. So you stretch out the hands. I personally like to go do left side, then the right side. So I make sure I cover all the bases. And then I go to individual fingers, and I hold each one down for about 10 seconds. This is a little bit faster for the sake of video. And then to the thumb, I put them two directions. One is down this way, and the other one, I take my hand like this, and I push it into the forearm. If you can do this, that's excellent. If you can't do it, again, do the best you can. It's more important to make sure that you're getting a stretch and not hurting yourself than to be a show-off. So whatever you do on one side, you do to the next. So again, the weight of the hand, the weight of the arm onto the hand, be relaxed, elbows are in. Flip the hand over, stretching out. Just like this, and you can see that I'm pulling the fingers towards my body. Just like this.